I want you to go back. Wind your mind back to 2012 to FIFA 12. For me personally, this was a pivotal game in my childhood and my development. It was the year that I went from being a FIFA casual to a FIFA goddamn diehard. All day, every day, all I was doing was playing FIFA Career Mode and Ultimate Team. And some of the names that I saw on the FIFA 12 Career Mode Wonder Kid list just bring back so many memories. I remember we, in school, got these PCs given to us from like the government, like these little laptops. My mates and I figured out a way to crack the PCs, crack the laptops, to get FIFA 12 on our laptops, which you weren't legally meant to do. So New South Wales government, New South Wales Department of Education, don't come for me. But I remember all I used to do was sit at the back of every class and just play FIFA Career Mode. I had this legendary Hull City Career Mode with players like Abel Hernandez in there, ironically before he went to Hull. But essentially, year 9 at high school for me was consumed by FIFA 12, which probably explains a lot comparing my results in the back end of high school. Not good. But in today's video, I want to see if the Wonder Kids from FIFA 12, how they stack up in FIFA 21, who became world-class talents, who flopped, and how would a squad of the best Wonder Kids perform 9 years later. If you guys do enjoy this concept, make sure you leave a like on the video. If you want me to do any videos like this in the future, going back to old FIFAs or comparing it to now, please let me know in the comment section down below. Leave a comment, leave an idea. I'm really open to these sorts of videos because, like I said, they're goddamn nostalgic. And if you guys are new around here, make sure you bloody scorpion kick that subscribe button down below. So I want to go through FIFA 12's top Wonder Kids that I have put into this side here. You'll see I've got a few of the Aston Villa players. By the way, we're using Aston Villa for this experiment. And we are going to see if Aston Villa can win a Premier League, whether they stay up in the Premier League. Like, we don't know what to expect. Can they win a Champions League? Who knows? So in terms of goalkeepers, there are 3 goalkeepers that I have put into the side. The first one, ter Stegen. We all know ter Stegen, 90 overall nowadays. Back in FIFA 12, he was 79 rated with 89 potential. So my man's has gone past his FIFA 12 expectation. One of the world's best goalkeepers. He's definitely going to be starting for us here in this Aston Villa side. Then we have Stefanos Capino, 26 years of age at this point. He is a 73 rated goalkeeper at the moment, a far cry from what we thought he was going to be, or what FIFA thought he was going to be back in FIFA 12 when he was, what, like 16, 17 years of age. Looking like he probably won't get there. Another name that we all know and another player that has exceeded expectations compared to his initial potential, Thibaut Courtois in this squad, our second choice goalkeeper, 89 rated. Then we move to the left backs. The main one, it is this guy here, Shenikov, Russian left back. Georgi, I don't know how you pronounce that first name. Georgi, I guess. Georgi Shenikov, a Russian left back. Definitely not even come close to what we expected in FIFA 12. And now you might be thinking, was Neil Taylor a Wonder Kid in FIFA 12? No, he wasn't. The man that was the other left back was Davide Santon, currently a right back at AS Roma, 73 rated, hasn't lived up to his potential in the slightest as well. So a bit of a mixed bag across the board, but one of my star players, one of my favorite players to sign in FIFA 12 was this man here, Nastasic, Matija Nastasic. You might remember him back in the day, played at Manchester City, and I remember when he signed to Man City back in the day, I was like, yeah, they've definitely been playing FIFA Career Mode. The Man City board definitely signed him because he was an absolute stud of a Wonder Kid. Unfortunately, he's been at Schalke, results haven't gone his way, performances haven't been fantastic, and he remains a 75 rated defender. Hanging around, I mean, you got to give credit where credit's due to any player that has been able to make a professional career out of this game. But compared to the heights that he was expected to reach, not the greatest there for Nastasic. The king himself, 75 rated at the moment. He did have a little period of his career where he was a decent defender. I don't think you can ever say Phil Jones has been a world-class defender, but to be hanging around Manchester United for as long as he has, I mean, he was at Man United back in FIFA 12, and he's still there today. Phil Jones, 75 overall. Back in the day, he was meant to be an absolute weapon. I would compare him, which might be a fair comparison, might be an unfair comparison, but someone like Ben White was a year or two ago, like similar expectations. For the Englishmen out there, the English fans out there, I'm sure they're hoping Ben White does a little better than Phil Jones, but Phil Jones is in our squad. The ironic thing as well is that he's 75 rated now, and his base potential back in FIFA 12 was 78. There must be something cursed with defenders from FIFA 12, because here we have another centre-back that was expected to reach these great heights and never quite did it. It is Alexander Dragovic, the Austrian defender, 29 years of age, 75 overall. Jeffrey Bruma, another name that I hadn't heard in quite some time, playing at Wolfsburg at the moment. Jeffrey Bruma, 73 rated in FIFA 21. I think he was at Chelsea back in FIFA 12. He was a part of that sort of class of Chelsea players where they were just all sent out on loan. Sort of same age group as De Bruyne, as Lukaku, like all these sorts of guys. They actually did well. Mo Salah, they did well in their careers. Jeffrey Bruma fallen aside alongside another man that joins this list, Thomas Callas. Now, as a Fulham fan, I've got some affection towards Thomas Callas. He was great for us a few years ago when he played, and I was actually quite sad when we were unable to get him on a permanent deal. Back in FIFA 12, Callas had potential of 85, and it's clear to see, as a 27-year-old defender, 72 rated, he hasn't gotten even close to that. So all the defenders, the top defenders, WONDERKIDs, when I say WONDERKID as well, I should clarify, 20 and under. So virtually all the defenders, not virtually, all of the defenders in terms of centre-backs from FIFA 12 haven't had that ridiculous career. We go to right back, of course, we've already focused on Davide Santon, but the two right backs from FIFA 12 that are in the game now, Nathaniel Klein. Klein has had a respectable career, going into Southampton, I believe, going to Liverpool. Like, he's had some decent moments. He's been a staple of the Premier League for quite some time. But again, another defender that was really unable to reach the heights that FIFA 12 had set out for them. I don't know if it's just bad luck that all these players have had like mediocre careers, or whether EA just overhyped them way too much and are pretty bad judges of character. Someone that has done pretty well that I feel like has flown under the radar his entire career is the Russian defender Mario Fernandez, 82 overall at age 29, reaching the peak of his career. He's done well. He is probably out of all the defenders, like I'm talking right backs and left, like right backs, centre backs, left backs, he's the only player on this list that's been okay. In fact, compared to his potential in FIFA 12, he's virtually gone the distance. His potential in FIFA 12 was 83. He's 82 overall right now, so fair play to Mario Fernandez for living up to the potential. But then we move into the midfield. Someone that definitely lived up to his potential is Casemiro, 89 rated, one of the best defensive midfielders in the world. He has blown out the expectations that were set upon him in FIFA 12. 89 rated now. Absolutely phenomenal. Casemiro, congratulations. Juan Iturbe. Oh my god, another player that I absolutely loved signing back in FIFA 12. He was an absolute freak in the game. Paraguayan in this game, but I should probably look this up. But if my memory serves me correct, I feel like he was Argentinian back in FIFA 12. He was an absolute rocket in the game. Juan Iturbe, unfortunately, might have been a rocket in career mode, but hasn't lived up to it in FIFA 21. Finding himself 72 rated, playing for UNAM in the Mexican League. Jack Wilshere, a career, you've got to say, hampered by injury. He has had some incredible moments, however. He's won some silverware with Arsenal. He was a staple of their squad for quite some time, and everybody held out the hope that he would have been able to get back to his best and fulfill his potential, but unfortunately now he's kind of bouncing around the Championship and the lower Premier League teams. And Jack Wilshere, 28 years of age, 74 overall. I believe, what was he in FIFA? Yeah, so in FIFA, oh my god, he was so much worse now than in FIFA 12. As a 19-year-old in FIFA 12, Jack Wilshere was 82 overall with 19 potential. So 9 years later, he's gone -8 overall, which is upsetting. I mean, that goal that he scored against Norwich, where they had the link-up play, was absolutely insane. Jack Wilshere, what could it be? Another one of Wilshere's former teammates at Arsenal during that period, Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain. Some would say the peak of his career, was winning the Champions League with Liverpool. But honestly, I would say the peak is marrying that bird from Little Mix. The Ox has been a valuable player, a valuable utility player, I would say, for Liverpool in the past few years. Was decent at Arsenal. He's had a mediocre career. Again, another guy that had such great expectations in FIFA 12, but whilst he's had some good moments, hasn't quite reached those. Gaston Ramirez, funnily enough, listed as a striker in FIFA 12. He's dropped back a little bit and now finds himself playing as an attacking midfielder at Sampdoria. Had a great spell originally at Southampton. Was a staple for those squad for a fair few years there. But Gaston Ramirez, currently 76 rated, entering age at 29. Didn't reach the peaks that they had in FIFA 12. But again, I feel like I'm saying this for a lot of players. He's had a respectable career. Zakaria Labyad is a player here that was listed as a right midfielder in FIFA 12. Nowadays, he can still play right wing, but he's a center attacking midfielder. 75 overall, which again, I'm not going to talk out of my ass about this guy. I haven't watched his career 1 second, but he was 74 rated in FIFA 12. Now 75 rated. You do the math. Finally, I don't have to be negative. It's a player that has actually had a decent career. The streets will never forget that period of time when Coutinho was at Liverpool and absolutely tore teams to shreds alongside Firmino, alongside Salah, alongside Mane. Special time. Yeah, Coutinho's career has kind of hit the pause button in the past few years, but he is still playing for a pretty big team in Barcelona, and his overall has still been decent. I mean, I'd be interested to go back and see what the peak of his powers were in terms of a FIFA rating, because I'm fairly confident at one point Coutinho would have hit his potential in FIFA 12. I mean, his potential in FIFA 12 was 87, so I'm more than confident there was a year there where Coutinho was 87 or 88 rated in FIFA. So again, you've got to give credit where it's due with Coutinho. Another player that in terms of overall might not be at his peak, but has been a phenomenal talent throughout his career and has definitely lived up to his FIFA 12 potential is Christian Eriksen. First of all, want to give my best wishes to Eriksen. I strongly doubt that he'll even see this, but just want to put it out into the universe, want to manifest it that he has a great recovery, a full recovery, and that we can see him not only on the pitch sooner rather than later again, but has a decent quality of life outside of football. But back in FIFA 12, Eriksen was 79 rated with 90 potential. And again, I don't think he ever got 90 overall in FIFA, but he would have been 87, 88 overall. So again, another player that has had a great career and has lived up. Lucas Moura. I remember this guy was the gold standard in FIFA 12 for so many saves. Like FIFA 12, FIFA 13, FIFA 14. I loved signing this guy. He was at Sao Paulo, I believe, in FIFA 12. And then he made the move across to PSG in FIFA 13 or FIFA 14. But I remember he was that player where, Brazilian wonder kid, so many of them. Lucas Moura, center attacking midfielder in game at the time. 81 overall now. I find it so weird because I feel like Moura has just been kind of around for his whole career. He's had some amazing moments, but he's just always there as like a world-class, like a decent player. I don't think world-class is fair, but he's a bloody decent player. He's had some incredible moments. You could honestly make a case for Lucas Moura being slightly underrated throughout his entire career. Regardless though, the facts are the facts in terms of potential to overall, and Lucas Moura has not lived up to his FIFA 12 potential. Again, for the 40th time, a respectable career. Finally, a superstar, Neymar Jr. The facts speak for themselves. A generational talent, an icon both in culture and football. He transcends the sport and is known in households across the world. Whilst Neymar had lofty hopes and lofty potential back in FIFA 12, he has exceeded those expectations. 91 overall today with a 91 potential in FIFA 12, only 28 years of age. Interested to see what the next step in Neymar's career is. Back in FIFA 12, he was that kid at Santos with the big ass mohawk, and my word, he's definitely gotten a fair few style points there. I mean, living in Barcelona and Paris will probably do that for you, but Neymar, a welcomed addition to our squad. The thing with Neymar as well, back in FIFA 12, he was listed as a striker, so I'm going to be playing him as a striker in today's video. Eden Hazard, back during his Lille days in the French league. I remember when he went from Lille to Chelsea, how big a deal that was. 86 rated now, fairly confident he's been like 90 rated in FIFA in the past. Hasn't been the greatest of years, like 2 years since he moved from Chelsea to Real Madrid. But he's still a superstar. He's still a world-class talent, and he has definitely lived up to the hype and potential that everybody had for him. Back in, which I find funny, in FIFA 12, he was 85 rated then, so despite how insane a career he's had, he's only gone up 1 overall in 9 years. He had 90 potential back then, so like I said, I'm sure he's hit it at some point. But Hazard, certainly not a flop. James Rodriguez, listed back then as an attacking midfielder, now playing right wing for Everton. But Rodriguez, the funny thing, this was before the 2014 World Cup where he really came onto the stage. I think he was playing at Porto still at this time. I could be proven wrong though. But James Rodriguez was 82 rated back then, 82 rated today. If I made this video in FIFA 12, he would be exactly the same, which is wild to think. Xherdan Shaqiri, the man that has had his career in backwards, back to front. He's Benjamin Button of world football, 79 rated today. Again, very similar to Oxlade-Chamberlain, won a Champions League with Liverpool. He's had some iconic moments, but it's been a respectable career all over the shop. You know what makes me really sad? Mario Balotelli should be playing for the Italian national team right now in Euro 2020, and he should be dominating. It's sad to think 9 years ago, when FIFA 12 was out, that's when Balotelli was arguably at the peak of his powers. He's won the league with Man City, he's killing it at the Euros, he has the famous celebration in the Euros with Italy. He peaked at age, 20, 21? Now he's 29, playing in Serie B, and is just a distant memory. That is sad to me. 77 rated now, but man, I just feel like we missed out on so much with Mario Balotelli. And the final player for this squad, I feel like I've been talking for a year. I'm gonna have an interesting job editing this down to make sure it doesn't go for an hour, but Romelu Lukaku. Lukaku's career's been weird, man. Like, he was like that for so long with Chelsea, and then he was like that, like when he went to Everton and West Brom, like he had that loan spell at West Brom, then kind of had an average year at Chelsea, then had a great year at Everton, and then went to Man United, and then he's gone to Inter again. Like, he's just continually like peaks and valleys. He's had a great year at Inter Milan, rumours of him coming back to the Premier League, which I don't think he should do. I think he should stay in Italy, suits his game style so much more. But Lukaku, for a while there, I thought might not have fulfilled his FIFA 12 potential. Nowadays though, it's like, yeah, he's a gun. He's an absolute gun. And I'm looking forward to using him in this squad. So now that my rambling is done, this is the side that I have put together here with Aston Villa, with the FIFA 12 Wonder Kids. The rule that I'm making for myself is that I have to play players in the position that they were in FIFA 12. So hence the reason Neymar is playing striker for us. I could, well, to be fair, playing a 91 rated, well, technically 85 rated Neymar is better than a 77 Balotelli, but you get my gist. Shaqiri, we could have had Lucas Moura or Rodriguez, but they were both attacking midfielders back then, so Shaqiri gets the start. The defense, like I said, is the weakest part of the side though. Nobody really crazy out there, so we've got a bit of a challenge ahead of us, lad. Also, don't ask why, but I've called my manager Sir Alex Ferguson. I was just thinking, I was like, who was absolutely killing it back then? I probably, to be fair, in hindsight, I probably should have done like Andre Vilas-Boas, like somebody that had some like a wonder kid in terms of managerial status. Because Fergie was pretty much a legend by then. In fact, he was a legend by 1980, so maybe Vilas-Boas would have fit the scene a little bit more, but it is what it is. I'm just gonna say it's because we need an old, experienced head controlling these young kids. So in terms of predictions, do I think this team can win the Premier League? Yeah, I do. I think we're gonna score 100,000 goals, but we're also gonna concede 100,000 goals. Our defense is shocking. Ter Stegen is gonna have his work cut out for him. But I'm hoping Casemiro in our midfield just control possession, get us 1 trillion goals in, and that we can finish top of the league. The Champions League might be a little less forgiving, however. We are in Group D. We've got Ajax, Atalanta, Midtjylland. I don't know how deep we're going to go in all of them though. I'm going to go out there, be confident, be optimistic and say we're going to win the Premier League, Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. But what happens, happens. Let's go find out. All right, fellas, here we are. Can a team of FIFA 12 Wonder Kids get the job done in FIFA 21? They've had their careers play out for the most part, but are they good enough in modern day football? Starting with the Premier League here. Gonna make our way up slowly. So it's good to see that this FIFA 12 Wonder Kids team didn't get us relegated. Not 12th, not 11th. Okay, we're a top half team. Okay, we might be a champ. We're above Man United, West Ham. We're a Champions League team. We're definitely in the top 3. So I think, now Liverpool's there. So Man City, Chelsea, or ourselves, I think are the 3 teams. So we're top 2. Have we won the Premier League title here with Aston Villa and the team of FIFA 12 Wonder Kids? No! Oh my God. We've finished second, 6 points behind Manchester City. We've got a few former Man City Wonder Kids in there, but none of whom have gone to Man City later in their careers. Damn. We lost the FA Cup final as well. Don't tell me this is going to be a season of second place finish. Nope, just quarterfinals in the Carabao Cup. So we made it out of our group in the Champions League, barely. Midtjylland bottom, we make it through on goal differential against Aston Villa. Round of 16, we got absolutely pumped by PSG. A modern day wonder kid in Kylian Mbappe has absolutely pumped us. So, can a team of FIFA 12 Wonder Kids compete in FIFA 21? Yes, they can. Can we win silverware? No. Can we miss out by the bloody skin of our teeth? Yes. But lads, that is where I'm going to conclude today's slightly different video. If you guys enjoyed it, please leave a like on the video. Scorpion, kick that subscribe button down below. And let me know if you want to do any videos like this in the future. It's been Jared HD here. I'm out. Peace.